Brothers and sisters, we have been chosen. We are going to the promised lands, Valhalla. This is it. The pumps are here. Valhalla, gospel, Jesus will be proud of you for holding your crypto. Your children's children will remember your name. So, ladies and gentlemen, a toast, because we holders are the new wealthy elite. So long your longs. Buy the dip. Tell your friends, your families, your fucking neighbors to buy this shit. Because we are going to the moon. We've waited our entire lives for this pump. And the moment is here now. The pump is here. We are legends. Spartans, legions holding the fort. Fucking warriors. We are kings. We are queens. We are fucking gods. But one thing we are not. No, we're fucking not. Not one. Not fucking one. No. We're not fucking selling! Hold.
Because it's Degen season. It's Altseason and it's Friday. And on Fridays, we Degen, we banter. And that's exactly what we're going to do today because Bitcoin is a little bit down, but that doesn't matter to us. Dominance, 45.68, broken through the trend line. We quite clearly are in Altseason. And today we are going to Degen. It's an unashamed Degen. So if you're a Bitcoin maximalist, log off now. If you're conservative, log off now. If you don't want to make money, log off now. Otherwise, stay tuned because it's going to be a big show. And I'm going to give away some. Yo, welcome back, Banter fam. I'm Cryptomanran. We are here. It's Friday. Friday is Banter, and it's Friday in Altseason. So if you're new to our channel, you're finally at the right channel. So after all your looking around, you finally reached the right channel. This is an unashamed Degen channel. This is where you're going to find information on altcoins. This is where you're going to find high risk, high reward, high volatility coins. So if you're not that kind of person, this is not the channel for you. But if you are, welcome. Subscribe to our channel. Like this content, like the video, smash the like button. because that is what gets our content out there. Because when you like things, it tells the YouTube algorithm that this is a decent channel and that we're not a scam channel, and that way we get more views. Also, when we get to 5,000 likes, we do giveaways every single day. Last week, we gave away about $250,000. Today, we are going to give away more money. We are going to give away 10 times $100. Are we giving away free IDO spots or free tokens? Either way, $100 IDO spots or free tokens. This is a pancake swap. It's the first pancake swap initial farm offering. So I think it's going to be quite interesting. So I think you want to win this. That happens when we get to 5,000 likes. What else? Anything else we need to talk about? To those of you who signed up yesterday for NordVPN, congratulations. We are now almost their biggest affiliate. For those of you that didn't sign up, there is still time to get these VPNs, but it's not for people in this channel at $3.18 a month with 4 months free. It's not for people in this channel. It's only for dishonest people who don't want to know who don't want people to know where they are, or don't want people to hack them, or if you're like living in the United States, right? And we would never do this. It's a hypothetical, and you wanted to open an account somewhere where they don't accept US users. I mean, that's what you just go to the VPN and you just say, I'm from Slovenia. No one bans Slovenian people ever. Slovenians aren't banned from any exchange. Estonians are not banned from any exchange. Bulgarians never been banned from a crypto exchange in their lives. Yeah. Thai people have been banned from Binance. So you mustn't say from Thailand. Yeah. People from the South Pole also not banned from any exchanges or any IDOs or any IDO registrations. But on a much more serious note, not that we would ever do this, but there is a description link below just in case anybody wants to do it. All right, let's get into the markets. As I said to you guys, the market is a little bit down. Bitcoin taking a breather after what has been an amazing week. Bitcoin at $62,000, which is kind of like, if you look at it in the big scheme of things, I don't really think we can complain. This is what Bitcoin looks like. Okay, so we've come down a little bit off the all-time high, which was 67,100 or 67,300. We're now back. We're back at 62,000. The interesting thing for me is that total 3 also slightly down. You can see total 3 has gone down. Total 3 is the market cap, which excludes Bitcoin and Ethereum, also down about 2.5%. But still good, still very, very, very good if you take the big scheme of things. The dominance hasn't broken up through, let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. Dominance is still below 46, and you can see it's broken through that trend line. It's broken quite convincingly through that trend line. And what we're looking for now is we're looking for the lower low, which would take Bitcoin's dominance below 44. That's what we're looking like for what we would say is the official confirmation that we are in Altseason. And if it's Altseason time, then again, I guess it's Degen time. So what we thought we'd do this Friday is we would just Degen. We would make it a show all about Degen. We wouldn't talk about Bitcoin. We're not going to talk about Bitcoin at all. We're not going to talk about the fact that Walmart has quietly begun hosting Bitcoin ATMs. We're not going to talk about that. The fact that the retail giant is offering 200 of its CoinStack kiosks in a tie-up with a crypto ATM firm. So 200, and I think there's going to be 800 more of these. We're not going to talk about that on the show today because that's all about Bitcoin. So we shouldn't talk about it. We won't talk about the fact that Walmart, the world's largest company by revenue, is letting customers buy Bitcoin at dozens of its stores. Why are people phoning me during the show? So rude. And it's my wife. It's like, as if she doesn't know I'm on a show. Can't wait to make wife changing money. Kidding, love my wife. Okay. I do love my wife. That was a joke. Everyone, that was a joke. Okay, so we're not going to talk about that. We're also not going to talk about the fact that the second Bitcoin ETF, Bitcoin Futures ETF, is now up and running. We're not going to talk about that today at all. It is the Valkyrie ETF, which is now live. So we now have 2 ETFs which are live. We have the Pro Shares one and we have the Valkyrie Shares one. We're not going to talk about it at all today. Oh, also good, yeah. You remember yesterday, so we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, you remember that we said that this whole bull market is actually based on one indicator. And that one indicator, you remember, we said is the Sam Bankman-Fried indicator. So we did a little check today on the Sam Bankman-Fried indicator. So far, so good. Hair's long, hair looking good. Full bull market mode. Remember, if Sam Bankman-Fried has a haircut, then that's the end of the bull market. So just keep watching the Sam Bankman-Fried indicator. We will show it to you guys every single day, as long as his hair is long. It's like the story of Samson and was it Samson and the lion or something, when he fought the lion and he had to cut his hair and shit. I think it's the one in the Bible. Yeah, it's the Bible, yeah. Yeah, it was in the Bible. Alrighty, so that is what we're talking about today. We're not going to talk about Bitcoin at all. What else? Do I have anything else to talk to you guys about? We're not going to talk about the fact that 17,000 Bitcoin were withdrawn off exchanges in the last hour because big money is racing to secure allocations under the surface. So we're not going to talk about that at all. We shouldn't talk about that at all today. Today is all about altcoins. It's Friday, and on Fridays we banter, and it's all about altcoin banter today. So let's bring in the banter guests. Let's get them in here. We have the ultimate Degen, the ultimate Degen, Mr. Biz. Welcome, buddy. Welcome back.
Ran, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I suppose we're not going to talk about Bitcoin or Cardano today, right?
Nah, fuck them both.
All right. We also have another ultimate Degen. Alex, welcome back, buddy.
Hey, Ran. What's up? How's it going?
Happened? And then we have another legend. We have Moonwalker. So the Moonwalker actually hasn't been he's been on the show before, but he hasn't been on a banter before. And I mean, he's unashamedly about altcoins. I mean, he's unashamedly an altcoin person. So welcome, buddy.
Thanks for having me. How are you doing, guys?
Fantastic. Listen, guys, I'm very, very, very excited about this because it does feel like we're entering alt season again. I get that same feeling that I had in 2017, round about the same time. I'm seeing my friends are starting to call me. People that I haven't spoken to in a long time friends from school have started to phone me and say, hey, remember me? I was in your class at school, just got a question about crypto. Are you guys getting that same feeling?
They started doing that with NFTs a few weeks ago, right after boom, NFTs crashed. So we're starting to see it right now. But I think, yeah, it's picking up again. As soon as you start seeing stuff on Facebook and people texting you, it's probably about to get nasty. All that FOMO money is coming.
I use an indicator of how many people watch the show. And, I don't think people watch the show. I don't think more people are watching the show because the show is getting better. I just think more retail is getting into the show. And I know that now
Facebook is the best indicator. Just scroll through a Facebook newsfeed. As soon as you start seeing normal people being like, I just bought my first NFT, Mechaverse, that's when you know there's something happening.
Biz, what's happening in the US? Are people asking you the same thing? Are you feeling all your school friends calling you again?
My realtor, I'm trying to look for a house for my mom and dad. The guy messages me. He said, hey man, after Bitcoin all-time high, what's next? I said, man, do your job and buy my parents' house, man. I can't be giving you advice on crypto, man. This shit is crazy. People trying to ask me, when I do it on Twitter, when I do it here, but in my personal life, I don't want to be bothered by telling people who dox me what to buy. I don't need that stress. So I do think that this is going to be a full-blown alt season, but we've already been in the alt season for months now. I mean, there's so many alts right now that we've seen gaming cryptos do well. We've seen layer ones do well. We've seen plenty of cryptos do well that I don't even understand this concept of Bitcoin's going to wreck alts. It's not. There's a lot of money in the space now. Bitcoin's not going to wreck alts.
Okay, but Bitcoin had a fantastic run. Bitcoin went to like 67,000. Decent run. It did drain liquidity from alts. You can't deny the fact that Bitcoin drained some liquidity from alts.
Over a short period of time. But if you want to go back maybe 2 months now, you tell me. If you go back over 2 months, you tell me, would you rather have been in Polkadot? Would you have rather been in Bitcoin?
I'd rather been in Polkadot.
Exactly. Would you rather been in Moonriver? Or would you have rather been in Ethereum?
I'd still rather be in Moonriver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moonwalker, what do you think? How long is this alt season, or how long is this alt season going to last now? I think we were all here in 2017. We all experienced exactly this. It kind of feels like we're sitting in the same movie, right?
Kind of the same, but also very different. So first of all, I never really care about what retail says or does, because it's not a very good indicator. Because I've seen this one Bitcoin convention, I don't know, in 2011 or 12 or something, seen a video of it, and there were like 10 people there, So it's not really relevant what the people are saying or doing. in terms of if they will lead to a good investment. So I just ignore it. If they say it's good, I ignore it. If they say it's bad, I ignore it. I just do my own thing. And I think crypto is evolving. As said, the layer one solutions are getting better. GameFi is going crazy. It's amazing. Everything is amazing.
And how long do you think it's going to last? How long do you think this bull market is going to last now?
Well, the thing is, everything is changing rapidly faster, and it's getting faster. And I think this is something because we have linear brains and linear thinking. This is something that we cannot grasp. But I think that the cycles are starting to become much faster. If there is a pullback, it may be that it's just a week or a month or something. So we don't really know. But everything is going so fast, so it's going to go absolutely ballistic. And the metaverse is getting created right now, and all of the gaming industry will go into crypto because the gaming industry has so many fundamental problems, and crypto is solving them. NFTs are solving it.
And I mean, if Alex, if I ask you, the feeling that you get now in terms of how, let's agree that this market is an overheated market relative to any other kind of market in the world. Let's agree that this market's running very, very, very fast. Let's agree that retail investors are now starting to come in, and retail investors are often a sign of a blow off top. If you were to guess how long this market's going to last, this heated bull market, how long does it last?
Well, to start that off, I have no idea. You know, I'm just watching what Bitcoin and the top coins do because they're kind of like the music in a game of musical chairs. As long as they're doing all right, we're probably going to see the market keep going. With all the mass adoption that's happening, like what you talked about going on with Walmart and stuff like that, it's really hard to predict when it's going to end. I truly don't know. If I'm going to throw a number out of my butt, I'm going to say February. But that's completely out of my butt. It's a total guess. I'm just making money while the music's playing. So hard to call though. It's so hard to predict what Bitcoin's going to do. So,
but Biz, what do you think?
You know, it's a complex answer. I think, you know, Alex, I was watching you when your show yesterday, and I think you made a valid point that we might see a bull run just for gaming tokens, separate, like, you know, how we saw Axie run basically by itself, and then, you know, we've recently seen gaming tokens run. So I think we might see a bull run that's segmented. Right, so perhaps we do see some high caps go up, and then maybe we see, you know, maybe it's not necessarily. I don't believe in, you know, big cap, mid cap, low cap. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. I think a lot of things can run at the same time, but I think, you know, I think Moonwalker mentioned it, and I know Alex is big on it. I think people are still sleeping on the gaming sector, GameFi. I think just because of that's actual utility, that's actual people playing games. I think that has the potential to outperform anything. So I mean, if I were to put a timeline on it, just listen. Don't be one of these people who's probably going to hold until December 31st midnight to sell. But I would say, honestly, anywhere from 2 to 6 months. And I know that's you know, that's kind of like taking the easy way out, but it's really hard to tell. Nobody knew that May was going to be the top, and I learned from that. I'm just going to do it day by day, man. Day by day. Any day that I don't get wrecked is a good day.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, you guys are you're all unanimous on one thing, and that is that there's this boom in GameFi that's going on. I must say, I get called by a new gaming project every single day. I think it's very, very, very hard to understand which game is going to do well and when. What are the games that you guys are looking at, since you're all looking at games?
So, I mean, games, I think everybody knows the games I'm looking at. And what I try and look for is low scope games that can actually be executed. There's a lot of games that are promising the next Ready Player One. I don't think that's going to be developed by random crypto developers. But if you look at games like D-Race that have a really simple scope, if you look at games like Snook, if you look at games or gaming tech, more importantly, like Altura, we talked about that last time. It's blown up from here. I'm trying to look at the underlying protocols that are going to be running. And then I try to look more so at gambling games or small games that are more based around a repeatable, simple game concept. So D-Race really focuses and nails that one. And also, I mean, Phantom Galaxy and Big Time. Those are the two biggest shots I think they're gonna be absolutely huge. So those ones I'm looking at. Monkey Ball too.
Yeah, so I have. I mean, I don't know how much I don't know whether you know this, but the best horse in D-Race I actually want to show it to you.
No, I have it. I have it.
No,
I'm
no, no.
sorry,
So,
Ran. I
no,
saw your
look.
post, and no, that's garbage. I'm going to be running it into the ground all season long.
Okay, so just, I mean, look, let's just get something straight here. This is not up for discussion. When we bought the horse, we knew
because the argument's already solved.
we were buying the best horse. Okay, we knew, and we called the horse Frontrunner. So this is Crypto Banter's Frontrunner.
You branded it. You tattooed your horse. He's a degenerate.
He's a degen. This is Frontrunner.
You can't be a purebred and have tattoos. That's like being a priest with a teardrop tattoo. It doesn't work out.
You know what? We will take this up on the. I mean, we should continue this discussion on the racetrack when the racetrack is ready. I have no doubt that Frontrunner is going to kick your horse's ass, no matter what your horse actually is. But let's talk about play to earn games. So this is a list of the top blockchain games by users in the last 7 days: Splinterlands, Alien Worlds, Axie, GME, Mbox, Upland. What do you think of these games?
Which one?
So you got Splinterlands, Alien Worlds, Axie. These are the games.
I mean, Axie's just too damn high. So I'm not.
Obviously
I love Axie.
Right?
It's great. Just too damn high. But Skill and Blades Crypto right there, it's really low right now. So if I'm just looking for the biggest gainer, I'd be looking at Blades. All the other ones right there, I'm not too big on them.
Okay.
The other ones I'm really looking at.
Yeah, I think most of these games already peaked, so I would look at lower caps. Like
the
there's
thing
this
with
game
games you got to focus on too is if you look at Steam, like the vast majority of games don't make over $10,000 or $100,000, and so a really appropriate market cap for games is anywhere from like $5 million market cap to 50 to 100. I really think a lot of these smaller games hitting billion-dollar market caps or multi-billion-dollar market caps. That's just not how gaming has worked ever in the history of gaming. There's usually lots of small successes. So a $10 to $50 million market cap is super good. So if you can find the games that are kind of unheard of at like the $1 million, $2 million point, which happens all the time, you can usually make those 5-10x's between that range. And so that's what I really aim to do. If something's at a multi-billion or $200 million market cap, I'm really not going to be. I'm looking for those 1030x's. You're just not going to get that on a game with a $200 million market cap unless it does an Axie, which is a little bit unreasonable.
Moonwalker, what do you think?
Yeah, I fully agree. Very right. So I'm always quite bullish in the market, but I'm always quite careful in the market caps. So if a project is already 200 or 500 or 5 billion, then I'm very careful because you can get wrecked. And there's not much room upside, right? So, I mean, there are games like Mars 4. It just launched. It has a market cap of 9 million. They also have NFT land and all the stuff. So it's crazy. I mean, there are a lot of good games. Wonder Hero just launched, which has amazing graphics. I come from design, so I try to look at the best looking games because I know how hard it is to make a game look really good. There are some GameFi plays that look really horrible, so I try to skip those. I like Hero Fi, also very good. They have a very interesting breeding system where you can breed the NFTs, and then they have like different generations of NFTs. The older generations you can like breed forever. You have Faraland, which is also amazing, looks amazing. They already have a lot of volume on their marketplace. And they also launched their own GameFi launchpad, Starter. So I'm also trying to invest into the infrastructure, Game Starter, GameFi, this stuff.
Biz, what are you investing in game-wise?
I'm probably going to go with what I think probably would be two of the long-term best holds for gaming, which is Vulcanverse, PYR, and UFO. Just to talk about Vulcanverse, they're a legit metaverse. They have 8 games. They just partnered. They have a partnership with YGG, and they actually have the first gaming decks ever. And they're going to have an Axie and a Sand pairing as well. So imagine a deck that's for gaming.
What's the token?
And UFO is actually actually sponsoring a Chainlink hackathon. So these guys, they're self-funded. They got a lot of money. They're looking long-term. They're going to look for more devs to hire. You're going to have one game called Super Galactic, but they're building an entire metaverse. So, again, these are two longer-term plays. And I'm looking at projects that have good tokenomics. I know projects are coming out that are really good. But again, when the unlocks come and people start selling, I'm just trying to look out for people who want to hold these things in the long run. You have the two projects I mentioned where they're not going to have any tokens go out, and it's going to be a supply crisis. Again, I know some insider stuff that I can't reveal about these projects, but bullish on both of these in the long run. Yes, they have done well. I know, Rand, I came on your show, talked about UFO.
At 2, it's 0.00002. I remember that, and now it's at 0.00008 or 9.
Well, Rand, that's what I do. That's what I do. So, no. But
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of again, these guys mentioned a lot of good games out there. I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. I think Alex is probably as honest as most people, and Alex knows when to dump them. Alex will tell you straight up, he'll go for 5, 10, 20x, and he'll dump them and move on. Most people are going to tell you, I'm going to hold this until 2030. Now, that's not what you do. But the two games that I just mentioned, I think that they're just getting started. I think they don't have the hype that Axie has or the other games have yet. So again, and they have good, and they have UFO.
But they have, I mean,
if you wanted to get a good size bag.
I really
Because it
agree.
has a market cap of
those are really good
200.
ones. I've been
Say that
in
again?
UFO for a really long time.
But it has a market cap of $220 million now. So you're talking about a game that has a market cap of $220 million. That is on a circulating supply. If you look at on the max supply, it's got a market cap of 440.
No, that's wrong. That's
million.
wrong, Rand. The entire supply is circulating. That's incorrect. That's just they never updated it. The 100% of the supply is circulating already.
Yeah, and that's a really healthy diluted market cap as well. I mean, because you just said it's circulating as well. But even even if it was that diluted, we're looking at some games that have multi-billion-dollar market caps and only like $50 million released. So this is actually pretty healthy. Look, if you look at some of the market caps, and like I love Illuvium, for example, but if you look at the diluted market cap on that, it's bonkers. And if you look at the diluted market cap on Axie, it's like 33 billion or something. I might have got that wrong, but look at UFO is a really, really healthy.
There's no VCs. There's no VCs to dump. They're gonna have a staking app that's actually coming out, and they have a multi-tier token system. It's going to be pretty cool when the staking app comes out and people can lock their UFO in staking. So, I mean, even though people are looking at the market cap, I think the all-time low might have been probably around when I talked about it on your show, Rand. So, it's as if Axie keeps going up, which I think it will, I think it's just going to be more bullish for the market. But again, what people don't realize, Axie is just one game. It's not an actual metaverse. Whereas if Vulcanverse, as I said, they have 8 games and UFO is just getting started with 1. The space is still really young. And I can't remember, Alex, you did a great tweet on what the total gaming market cap is of the world and what the crypto market cap is. And the crypto gaming market cap is really minuscule compared to the entire industry.
It's an entire other industry too. And a lot of people don't see this right now, but we saw during the bear market, it's decoupled it's quite decoupled from Bitcoin because people are actually playing these games and using them. So the demand can go up and down, and people don't stop playing these games when Bitcoin or the top 10 do it. And I think we're going to see a really strong decoupled bull run here. But also, Vulcan, like you said, that's when I missed out on. I got into UFO really early, but Vulcan, that's a really, really good one too. If you can find the infrastructure or the more so, I don't want to say studio because that doesn't describe exactly what it is, but the conglomerate of things and the infrastructure behind the games. Like you said with Axie, Axie's just one game, and it's like the Angry Birds on a mobile phone. To think that's going to be the top coin forever, to think that's going to be the last big game, we're seeing just the tiniest. That's a tiny example of what's to come. I think we're going to see in the next 10, 15 years a $10 trillion market cap, and it's going to be on the entire gaming crypto industry. And I think it's going to be one of the largest, if not the largest industry in the entire world as people move very, very dramatically into the digital worlds that are going to be created as well as just digital social media more intently.
Yeah, the gaming industry is bigger than movies and music together. So it's crazy. And they're making revenue, they're making money. And this is what crypto was lacking so far. Like
It's going to be the first major adoption use case of crypto. Like the first thing where like everybody is using it, and everybody, like if you go to someone right now and you ask like, hey, can you pay me in Ethereum? You're going to blow their mind. If you ask them to use MetaMask, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I think gaming crypto is going to be the first actual major use case where you see normal people just using in their everyday life, and you have to use crypto to participate. People are not going to be buying to get rich. It's going to be buying the same way that they use their credit card, the same way they use their devices, the same way you use Apple Bucks or whatever that people use every single day. So I think that's going to be just the most gigantic bullish thing that's happens so far in crypto.
Okay, so I think we all agree that gaming is a big application. I think we're all investing in gaming. I think it's no big secret that Alex, I think you invested too. We invested yesterday in a game called Monkey Ball.
Yep.
The investment was announced yesterday. I'm actually just looking for an article that talks about it. We invested alongside DraftKings. We invested alongside we invested alongside, I think Elio was an investor. So this is the game. The game is about each person draws 3 monkeys, and you play a game of ball. Each monkey has its own superpower, and this is coming. This launch is actually going to be announced pretty soon. I think they announced yesterday that they closed the round, and they announced their investors. People like Solana Capital, people like DraftKings, NFX, which is a huge fund. Long Hash, Republic. There's a lot of investors, good investors. That's coming in November, I think. I think that the launch is going to be sometime in November. In fact, I know where and when it's launching. I just don't know if I'm allowed to announce that it's going to be the first launch on a very big launch pad. I'm just not sure if I'm allowed to disclose it yet. Let's talk about other stuff. So let's move away from gaming. Let's move into normal degen tokens. I see that everybody here is Moonriver. Alex, you tweeted this week that you've become a Moonriver, Fantom, and I think there was a third one that you said.
Yeah, well, like last time I was on the show, I had a pretty decent bag of Moonriver, but I didn't have the biggest bag as I want. And someone started talking about the show and just boom, went up to like, I think $500 or something like that. So I've been waiting for that thing to dip down forever. And it just did. It was at 250 a couple days ago. And yep. I went ape shit. I love Moonriver, and also the market cap, the setup it has. I think it could easily just do a $5 billion, $10 billion market cap, if not more, if it gets really major adoption. It's just such a silly gem, and I was just waiting for that moment to buy it. So I'm very excited about Moonriver and everything happening on it.
Moonriver had 2 bits of good news this week. One is that the graph is integrated into Moonriver. Moonwalker, if you could just mute yourself while you're not talking because it's echoing. One is that the graph is integrated into Moonriver, which means that now the graph is indexing Moonriver transactions or Moonriver smart contract data. And the other good news is that it's integrating into SushiSwap. So again, 2 bits of good news on Moonriver. It is really becoming like an Ethereum on Kusama. I mean, that's what it is. It is really becoming an ETH 2.0 already living on Kusama.
No gas. I think a lot of games are going to be made on Moonriver later on. I don't think we're seeing the final change that games are going to be made on. I think Moonriver has a lot of potential to do that.
And also, the news that I saw, Donnie Big Bag, shout out to Donnie, who's been promoting Polkadot forever. But I saw him talk about the liquidity program that's going to be about 350 million. So I got some stats here. Matic did a 200% with a $150 million program. AVAX pumped 240% with $180 million, and Fantom pumped 300% with a $370 million program. And so Moonriver is still under $1 billion. I think it's 600 to 700 million dollar market cap. I can't remember. And they're having a $350 million worth liquidity program, right? This is, I mean, as you said, this is basically ETH 2.0. I think people don't realize that Coinbase and Binance were strategic investors in this. I think eventually does get on Binance, and the community is hardcore. I think people underestimate how hardcore the community is. I mean, when this came out, nobody was talking about it there because there's no VCs, there's no private sale, and it's basically just grown organically. I think this is going to be eventually going to be one of the top ecosystems in the entire space.
Why would anyone buy Moonriver when Moonbeam will be launched on Polkadot? So, and I kind of have that question for every parachain that's launched on Kusama. when you know that there's an equivalent parachain that's going to be launched on Polkadot, why would you invest in one or the other? Why would you invest in the Kusama chain when you could invest in the Polkadot chain? So in this case, it's Moonbeam versus Moonriver, but there are other applications, Fala Network and Akala and all that. They all kind of have parachains on Kusama, and then they're going to have similar parachains on Polkadot. How would an investor make a decision whether they should invest in the Polkadot one or the Kusama one?
Well, everything's going to launch on Moonriver first, right? At least for the next year, everything's going to be on Moonriver first. So, Moonbeam, it's going to come out. But I mean, if we want to be honest, let's be honest here. If you're talking ROI wise, Moonriver is going to give you high ROI just because Moonbeam is going to have VC investments, and let's not walk around this. There's going to be VCs in there, and we all know people are going to make tons of money off of Moonbeam, but Moonriver is for the people. It's the branding, right? I think that's what, and again, it's already functional. It's already working. It's easy to use. I don't see any reason why, unless people are going to shield Moonbeam hard, which I don't think people will. I think Moonriver is going to be the clear winner here, at the very least for the first year.
I agree. Yeah, so I wasn't the biggest Polkadot fan, as most of you know, but Moonriver is quite amazing. The reason why is, as said, that there are no VCs, and with Moon Farm they also have some crazy farming with 500 to 700 APY, which is quite amazing. So yeah, I just bought a big stack and put it into farming, and I will grow it and watch it grow and evolve, and quite bullish on it. I upgraded it to gold rank on the Moon ranking, so yeah, I like it.
On the Moon rank, it's now a gold. It's now gold.
Exactly.
What else is gold on the Moon rank?
What else is gold? Non-GameFi, I'm assuming.
Non-GameFi. We've spoken about GameFi.
All I do is GameFi, so that's hard for me to point out. Let me see what else I got going on
here.
If I got anything else.
Maybe Syntropy. Anyone in Syntropy?
Noya, yeah,
Syntropy. I think this is
I got a. Well, I'll go ahead and let Moonriver finish his. My apologies. Go ahead, Moonwalker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want me to finish? Yeah. I mean, Syntropy is just a win-win situation, right? It makes every network faster and better. So whenever you have a win-win situation, whenever something is adding something to the ecosystem, then I'm very bullish. So they take their time, but they're working like crazy in the back, and I think it's going to be very, very good.
I got a few laying around. Actually, I'm just digging through my wall, looking at a few of them. You have to go to old classics like ColdStack and Don-Key. I think ColdStack is self-explanatory. It's a business model that works. File storage, Amazon. I run a software company. That's my main job. I have to deal with Amazon AWS all day. ColdStack is cheaper with what they can provide. It's just easy. So as soon as they get that out, it's just going to work. You got Don-Key, because yield farming, as soon as we go bear market or something like that, yield farming is where everybody takes all their money and puts it into. And when I make my money in crypto, convert to USDC, start yield farming with it, or whatever protocol or whatever I need to be putting it into. Don-Key makes that super duper easy. I think it's massively undervalued because that's where everybody's going to go. I'm just going to copy people from Don-Key and make those yield farms. Then you just get into something like Blank. This is people being able to look in your wallet is a massive, gigantic tier 10 problem in crypto. It's people can go into your bank account, because most of us, unless we're storing in BlockFi, I hold most of my money in a MetaMask or in wallets. I don't want to have it stored in some centralized place. People can just go dig through your wallet. Like they can just name everything you've done. You have to do all sorts of weird shit to get your wallets hidden. And so like my main wallets, I can never touch them. It's extremely inconvenient because I don't want people looking in my bank account. Blank solves that. It has all that stuff launching later this year. It's just an easy buy, and so I look at altcoins. If I'm going to be getting into any of these smaller coins, I look for stuff that just has a solid business model, or people are going to use just like they use games. Don-Key, people are going to use. ColdStack, it just works for SaaS companies and software companies. Blank solves a massive problem that literally anybody that has any notoriety in crypto has. as well as just normal people. You can't go to a negotiation. You can't do anything if people are able to dig through your damn bank account. And so those are all very important.
I fully agree. Like Bank is going to be a game changer when it's ready. And so I think the next 2 hype cycles is going to be security, insurance, and privacy. Which brings me to another gold pick I added recently, which is UNO-RA.
Reinsurance.
They just give you the ability to insure anything on the chain. So any NFT, any coin, anything. And this is, I mean, every day we see exploits, hacks, or whatever, your fat finger, whatever, what happens. But no one is talking about insurance. It's going to be a huge topic.
Why has this whole narrative of privacy not yet taken off? Like, for me, privacy is the biggest problem in blockchain. I know that the blockchain is all about transparency. I get it. I'm there. The only problem that I have is that if I make a transaction, the biggest design flaw of ETH, in my opinion, is the fact that you have to fund every wallet with Ethereum to make a transaction. And therefore, there is a track between all of your wallets. And you may think that starting a new wallet every single time is the way to hide the fact that no one knows who you are. The problem with that is that they can track where the Ethereum came from to fund the gas for the first transaction in that wallet. And so ultimately, they can create clusters of wallets that are yours. It's a very easy exercise to do. The revenue services can do it pretty simply. People in the community can do it pretty simply. What I don't understand is, why is this narrative of privacy not taking off? Why are things like Tornado Cash, Monsoon Finance, why are they not the hottest tokens around? It baffles my mind that people aren't making a bigger thing about this than it is.
I think it's because if we look at most MetaMask, we look at most people's wallets, the main use case for any form of crypto transaction right now is mostly trading. I could be a little bit off on that, but we're not seeing people using this for their real estate payments. We're not seeing people using this for their legal transactions. We're seeing it mostly used for trading. And so the thing that is fueling the price of a lot of coins right now is simply the hype in the market and the bull run. We're not seeing active adoption like we're seeing an Axie, for instance. Once we start seeing people using their wallets like their bank account, paying for their house, paying for food, paying their bills with this shit, I think privacy is going to skyrocket immensely when we actually start seeing people using crypto in their day-to-day lives for their day-to-day, replacing their day-to-day behaviors by using crypto. For example, using their wallet instead of a Bank of America account. People would have a massive problem if people could log in and look in your Bank of America account. They'd shit the bed. We just aren't at that point right now where people are worried about their active behavioral uses or financial uses. Once we do, I think privacy is going to be very, very high up in the issues. And I think we're going to see stuff more related to legal or real estate payments or more day-to-day uses of crypto really start to explode here when we actually see the main adoption of crypto, which is, it is right. We are on the right of the precipice. It's like what you saw in Walmart. I drive down the street, I see Bitcoin billboards. We're very close then. So I think we're just right on the cusp of privacy being a colossal issue. So getting into anything privacy related right now.
I must say, we're investors. We're investors in Monsoon Finance. We're investors in Tornado Cash. We're investors in those because we believe in privacy. The thing is that the narrative is not hot, and so these coins aren't doing 100x right now. But I think it is one of the biggest problems in blockchain.
It's not a sexy narrative. Also, I mean, let's be real, man. This is crypto. We don't really got got rocket scientists in this space right now. Most people here, I'm not saying they dumb, but there's a reason why we do 100x's. People are going to go ahead and buy the I mean, listen, they got a lot of idiots in this space. That's our exit liquidity, and we're going to have people who are going to go ahead and buy whatever they think is a hot topic, right? And that doesn't. Why do meme coins do as well as they do? So meme coins are killing it, but insurance cryptos aren't getting the attention which I think they deserve. And I agree with you on privacy. There's a lot of privacy protocols that should be getting more attention, but it's just that people have short attention spans.
Okay, just quickly before we move on, this is the yields on Don-Key Finance. Now, this is what people aren't understanding, that you don't have to do anything. You're just following a farmer who is making a yield of 190, 130, 500, 400, 415, 225, 25% on USDC. You're just following a farmer. It's one click following of a farmer, and that is
stock market. It's better than investing in real estate. Like instead of buying rental properties, instead of getting in a hedge fund, yield farm, and then Don-Key just makes it easy to do. And so as soon as we hit a bear market, or we get a more of a balanced market where things aren't 5xing every week, what I'm going to do with all the money I made is just yield farm it. I'm not buying rental properties. I'm not going and buying land with this shit. I'm just going to yield farm. That's it.
Yeah, and I mean, the interface is so cool. It says, look, the APY from following this farmer is 276%. There are 134 people following him, and there's a total amount of 45,000 cake. And if I connect my wallet now, which I'm not going to do because then you guys are all going to receive my wallet addresses, then you can just follow these farmers and make those kind of yields. And here's an explanation of the farmer strategy. And here is a list of all the farmers' transactions, so you know that it's actually legit, so that it's not the farmer's promising. Here's a list of all the transactions on the blockchain. End of story.
Don-Key's literally one of the most underrated cryptos, and I know I'm kind of like shilling it right here, but that's just so like, because when you have a large sum of money, the last thing you want to do is leave it in the bank. So if I have $1 million, I can go buy a rental property and make an 8%, 10% APY. I can put it into a hedge fund, make maybe 15, 20%, or I can just yield farm and make another $1 million every single year passively. That's set up for life money right there. If you just make $1 million in crypto and you just yield farm it intelligently. Hell, you have $500,000, $100,000, $200,000. You can quit your fucking job and yield farm.
Yeah,
like,
people are asking.
Don-Key's like, hey, here it is. It's just copy and paste this shit. And so
you quit your job and yield farm. Right, Alex?
Don-Key's going to go nuclear.
Yeah, I mean, people are asking, is there impermanent loss? There's no impermanent loss. These are not liquidity strategies. You're not yield farming here as an LP token. This is a different strategy. You're putting money and you're following a farmer, and there's no impermanent loss. You're not experiencing impermanent loss here. That's the big difference here. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Biz, what else are you looking at? I mean, I know you've been degening pretty hard.
Man, some of this stuff, man, I would be embarrassed to tell you. In the Fantom ecosystem, I'm looking at some degen plays. I mean, I don't even want to mention some of this stuff, but Fantom's got some good degen plays. Other stuff, I mean, I'm in some, mid caps. Unizen, which is on KuCoin, 50% of their supply has now been locked in their dynamic multi-asset staking program. So you stake your ZCX token and you actually earn other tokens, and you actually can get seed and private. Yes, you can get seed and private allocation of Unizen incubations. Great tokenomics. It actually survived the bear market pretty well. It was $1 not too long ago. It's about $5 now. That's a long-term hold of mine. They actually used Binance Cloud technology, and they're going to be a smart exchange ecosystem, and they're going to basically be like a tier 1 exchange when they do launch, and they're actually going to be working with some institutions as well. Other than that, man, I mean, people, for the most part, low caps. A lot of the low caps already pumped, man. And I know people don't want to hear this. People keep asking, what's the next low cap? I mean, I've been in low caps for a while now. A lot of my low caps already pumped. So maybe we need a little capitulation in the market. Because I've been looking at some more gaming stuff that's on KuCoin, but the gaming stuff just seems to rebound pretty quickly. I would like to get into Sand and to IOV, like Alex mentioned, but
yeah, we need a bit of a dip.
Going down as much as I would like.
Yeah, we need a bit of a dip on a lot of people are like, what's the next microcap? Like I've been taking profits on microcaps. Like microcaps are pumping. You don't want to be buying them when they're pumping. I think the one thing people should also be looking at is NFTs just went down pretty hard. They're warming back up. Like that's where the silliest gains are at. I don't know if we're going to talk about NFTs today, but I mean,
I think I want to talk about it because I think for the average investor, NFTs are the most dumb play that you can ever make, and I think it's going to end really badly. There it is. Yeah. I said it. I think it's a bad play.
It's already ending badly. How many people actually make, let's say, a 2 to 3x on their NFTs? Not unless you minted it, and you minted a rare, meaning you minted the top 1%. You're probably not gonna make a lot of money. And I think Bored Ape,
I think they have zero. I think they
have to get in early, definitely on these things, definitely. But I mean, like with Kongs, I made I got in at $100,000 on a Kong. It went up to $700,000. I mean,
look, you and Elio are like.
I agree with
you and Elio are like the tier 1 of the NFT alpha, right? And I know Elio was early on Kongs, and Elio told me, and I know all about the Kongs, and I was like, man, this can't be that great, but. There is no logic behind finding a good NFT project other than people like Alex and Elio trying to be on them early. That's basically what it is. And if you miss it early,
It's complete hype. It's complete hype. There's no fundamental value in an NFT at all. It's not going to change the world. It's not going to be a protocol. There's not going to be apps built in it. You're buying complete hype. I think that the only two people in the world that I know, three people that have actually made money from NFTs are you, Elio, and Kyle Chassis. And I think that every other person that I've ever spoken to that's bought NFTs is either holding an expensive JPEG that they think they're going to make money on, or is about to get wrecked. I've bought 10 NFTs. I may be salty. I've bought 10 NFTs. I've lost money on every single one of them. In fact,
I mean, I've made too much money in NFTs. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not here to change the world. I'm not here to make some big statement on where the world's going. I'm here to buy things low and sell them high, straight up. I think I think with what's coming with Twitter, and I think how we use NFTs, it's the new digital Lamborghini. So I think there's something definitely to that. So I'm not going to strongly agree with you, but I'm not going to strongly disagree. But I also think the juice is there. The juice is there, and there's still, I think we're going to see a huge NFT wave as everybody takes their profit from altcoins. And then what do? They want to flaunt it in the most crypto way they can. You don't buy a Lamborghini anymore. You buy a CryptoPunk, or you buy whatever degenerate fucking thing people do to show that their dick's bigger than someone else's on the internet.
And Rand, I think you're overgeneralizing, because you're going to have NFTs like, for example, Treeverse just got partnered, got investment from Animoca. So virtual land, right? Virtual land,
massive too. Virtual land, like a normal JPEG. And when I refer to NFTs, I'm referring to the JPEG.
I agree. Yeah. Virtual land in games.
Yeah.
I also don't see the value in like the JPEGs. I think it's similar to buying meme coins. It's like you buy something, it's kind of fun, it's kind of hype, and you sell it higher. I'm very happy for you that you made so much with it, but I also don't really see the value. But the concept of the NFT is amazing, and you can do with a lot of stuff with the celebrities. I mean, with Shaq doing his own NFTs and all these sports stars doing their own NFTs. So you can put some use case on it, but also on GameFi coming back and land. I mean, this is going to be the future.
Do you guys ever play World of Warcraft like intensely, or any online games where like your representation of yourself is your digital form, and your digital form very, very much matters to your status in those worlds? Have you guys ever played that?
I agree with that. But I think 95% of people aren't buying digital forms. I think they're buying pretty JPEGs, and sometimes not even pretty JPEGs, in the hope that they can flip them into 100x's.
The ugliest ones make the most money, Rand, if you didn't know that.
I think the blue chips, there is something to that. I think people using CryptoPunks to show their status and display their digital status is very much a thing. I think 99% of it is nonsense and bullshit.
Yes,
but I think 90% of crypto and the coins and stuff like that are also nonsense as well. It's all a pile of nonsense that makes a lot of money in some cases. 10%, 1% will become.
At least when I'm buying a shitcoin, there is a possibility that shitcoin will become a protocol that will change the world. So if I'm buying I'm going to refer to Moonriver. Let's just say it's an altcoin. There is a small chance that Moonriver will become a great protocol which will change the world, and people will use it and build dApps on it. And the same thing with a lot of the protocols that I'm buying. When I'm buying an NFT, I'm buying a JPEG in the hope of the fact that JPEG will make me look good in a metaverse and someone will want to buy it off me.
Yeah, I think you nailed the first part. A lot of people buy, like, if I were to go and take my money out of crypto right now and I wanted to buy something lavish to show how important I am. For example, people buy Lamborghini Aventadors for $800,000 simply to
but they can drive it, and it's fine. They can drive it
and show everybody around them that their dick is much bigger. That's the main use case of a Lamborghini. I used to have an Aventador. That's why I bought it, so I could pull up the nice restaurants and seem like a badass. I was very insecure at the time, but that's why I bought it. People do the same exact thing because we spend most of our lives in digital form right now. I've never met anyone I'm talking to. I've never met Elo, who's one of my very good friends, in person, but we communicate through digital form, so that our appearance in digital form, that Rolex, which is an NFT, very important. That's the Lamborghini. That's what people do. And so I think that's one of the big reasons why the blue chips are going to stick. I can't actually predict the rest of NFTs, but I know there's lots of money to be made in it. So that's my 2 cents, but I strongly agree or strongly disagree with anything you guys have said.
Also, Rand, an important thing. Most people are losers in real life, and the NFT makes them feel important. I'm not joking here, but a lot of people are introverted, and they can't be a certain way in real life. So you live vicariously through your NFT. That's that, and I would say that for about a good majority of people who buy these NFTs. And if you buy a rare NFT, you want to feel cool and you want to feel connected. There's something I think I think we need to psychoanalyze that a bit more. There's something wrong with that, but that's just the way the NFT space has been working.
Alrighty, guys. We've got to cut it right there. We've got about 3 minutes left. I've got to do some giveaways. Been a great Friday. Been a great Degen Friday. I mean, we spoke about lots of coins. I think we got a lot of Degen in here. What do you guys think? It was good. Lots of Degen. We thank you guys. Love you guys madly. We will see you guys again soon. I keep saying we got to have one-on-ones with you guys, and we never get to do it, but we will get to do it. That I promise. Thank you guys.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you guys
so much for having me on, Ran. Really appreciate
Hey,
it.
guys. Alrighty, so that's all your Friday Degen. It was just a lot of Degen. I mean, you didn't get any real fundamental stuff there. You just got like Degen. Where is the Degen money going? Let's give away some Degen money. We've got to give away 5 winners. We've got 5 winners left for Duelist. Remember, that's Duelist over there. We got 5 giveaways. Let's go. Let's go. Let's put out some. You got like 3 seconds to give away 5. 4. I gotta give away 4. Okay, so we've got Cypros Paisesh. You win $100. Mia, you win $100 of Duelist. I'm going here at random. Here we go. Sarah Thornton, you win $100. And one last winner goes to Omig XD. I will see you guys again on Monday. Can't wait. 2 shows. And if there's anything happens on the weekend, Sheldon and I will be on the weekend. Otherwise, we will see you on Monday. Until then, have fun, guys. Trade well.